Previously, on high anxiety, low initiative.
You're literally glowing, Arby.
There is an insignia, the symbol of the god Broncala.
Oh, please, come on!
Did I just die? Cudgel takes you all toward the west. Janos' tent actually has a large chest.
I want to look in the chest.
I have what I came for.
So you went and checked out the place that the mayor told us to go check out?
You find a single steel piece underneath the chest, in the dirt.
We're a richer Eugene.
You see humans and other humanoid, shadowy, human-like figures wearing those hoods. Over 1,000 soldiers occupying this camp.
Maybe not try to fight here.
It's nightfall by the time you get back to the keep.
I think we all know how Heloise went to sleep.
Attached picture, naked.
I'm keeping the picture, but showing them.
Ease, why did you just stuff that painting into... I don't want to know, never mind.
Someone please find a lewd picture of an ogre woman.
No one do that.
Alright, I'm
Nope.
on it.
Guys, I'll take the bullet on this one. Let me look for one.
Alright, so everyone, having returned to Thornhill Keep and has slept through the night, everyone go ahead and give themselves a long rest if they haven't already.
Yeah.
Arby, you were woken early the next morning by your older brother, Hardy. He kind of jostles you awake.
About that. I fucked up. Episode 1. Denny is the older one. My apologies. That's on me.
But they're both your older brother, right?
Yes, they are both. Yeah.
So, Denny wakes you up then.
What do you want?
Look, I don't know what's gone on. We were busy doing other things. Bo was injured in a chair downstairs. Everyone up here was looking pretty beat up earlier this morning when I opened all your doors. And the mayor is asking for you and your friends specifically.
Oh good, you've decided to care.
He pokes you in your battle axe wound.
Oh good, you've decided to maintain your brand of being an asshole.
Just get up and go to see the mayor. Get your friends up. I'm going back there now. They expect you in the next half hour.
Fine.
Alright, what would you like to do, Arby?
I am waiting for him to get the fuck out of my room. Is my room adjacent to any of my parties? Do we have adjoining walls?
You do.
Whoever I am next to, I'm just going to start banging on the wall and yelling while, like, undressing and checking my wound and dressing it again and slowly trying to put my armor on, and it's a real shit job because we don't have long and I'm fucking wounded. But the whole time I'm just yelling, like, get up, we're going to the mayor's, get up, everyone up.
Alfie, that's how you wake up this morning.
Lovely.
Ease, get Alfie up.
Well. Jeez. Okay. I mean, this is probably just going to play out how our real life does every morning.
Yeah.
She has to get me up every morning.
Me yelling outside your house.
I'm just going to roll over and look at Heloise and roll back over and go back to sleep.
Y'all are in the same room?
Oh!
I just assumed she'd come in.
He too liked the ogre picture.
He liked you liking the ogre.
Oh, one of those.
Eugene, already being awake and waiting for all of his friends, goes into Arby's bedroom and starts jumping on the bed.
Yes, good
To wake
morning.
him up.
Listen, I know I shouldn't be feeding you canned food, but today I'll be the can. Can you fucking help me with this armor? It's a problem.
Hey, me.
What the fuck happened to what?
He's jumping up and down. It's hard for him to.
You just hear, hey, me. It's just bouncing.
What the fuck? Listen, I really don't have time for this. We're needed at the mayor's office. Please help me.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Thank you. You're a good kitty cat.
No one can hear it, and even Eugene doesn't know what he's saying because he doesn't really. He's not even making any sense. All you hear is under his breath.
I imagine all my fucking armor straps are extra tight.
So everyone but Bucky is up now.
Bucky
Alfie's
is
an
sleeping like a dog.
Oh yeah, Alfie has not been. Heloise has not finished waking up Alfie.
I like
Eugene
how
is
we've
about
all
to-
been told to do that.
Eugene is about to take one big jump in the air and like flatten out, like he's about to do like some kind of crossbody jump in wrestling off the top rope. As he jumps and he's about to land on Arby.
No.
Do you want to
I'm
make
going
a
to go
dex
get
save?
Bucky.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to make a dex save. I'm fucking. Oh, I definitely failed. I got a 5.
Alright, Alfie in the room next to you, you hear the sound of no, crash, clank, clank.
I go and get Bucky and tell Bucky to wake Alfie up.
Bucky's still asleep.
What? I thought Bucky was awake.
No, Bucky
No,
said
Bucky's
he's
asleep.
Okay, well, I'll wake Bucky up.
How are you waking me up?
I'm gonna whisper in your ear, Bucky! Bucky, you need to wake up. And I'm gonna shake your shoulders a little bit.
Hey, Bucky can go. Earthquake! Earthquake! Earthquake!
No, shh, no earthquake, no
Bucky's
earthquake.
running out the door to wake up
In the-
Alfie.
In the
Alfie's
distance.
The Bucky thinks Alfie needs the most help in an earthquake.
Eugene heard that, and you in the distance you hear,
Oh God, run!
Oh my gosh.
Arby
Eugene,
just,
help me get Alfie!
Arby's already exhausted this morning, getting himself up off the bed. He goes to check on Bo.
Getting himself and his children up.
Bucky's gonna run in, flip the mattress up, and try to bring Alfie under to protect himself from falling debris.
Alfie is going to start dry heaving, thinking that they're being attacked.
It's okay, it's okay, Alfie. It's the earth attacking us. We just have to wait it out, and then we have to be careful of aftershocks. It's like the same, but not so much the
Wait,
same. A
Hold
little
on.
bit different.
Hold on.
Arby walking through the hall is hearing Alfie just, and Arby goes, "Oh, good, Alfie's awake."
Did you say the Earth is attacking us?
Yes,
Do you mean an earthquake?
of course. How else do the earth attack you?
I don't think that there's an earthquake. I do not feel the Earth shaking.
Ah, so it's finished then, huh? Okay.
Okay, sure.
Alfie's gonna, Bucky's gonna pat Alfie's head. Very good, very good.
Yeah. Well, after that, Alfie's wide awake.
Good.
My job has been finished.
How's Bo doing? Did he sleep through all the fucking chaos?
Bo has, thanks to the noise upstairs, woken up, and he's strapping on his half plate. His sword is at his hip. Yes,
No.
yes,
No.
yes.
Get back in bed right now.
I don't have a bed. I sleep on the straw.
Go to my room
How forward
right now,
of you.
mister. Go to my room. No. What? No. Wait, what? No.
Eugene's going to creep into the room, and he sees that Bo is getting up, and he's like,
Oh, do you want me to help you?
Oh no.
No, thank you. I'm fine. See, I can put weight on it, and he puts weight on it, and he almost buckles, but he stands up.
You go to my room, you get some rest, or I'll make Eugene make you get rest.
Okay.
I'll sick him on you.
Okay.
Kitty's got claws.
Bo takes part of his armor off and kind of grumbles as he walks up the stairs toward your room.
Good. Thank you.
All right, everyone has woken up. Bo has left some breakfast on the table for you all. He was up earlier when Denny woke, before Denny woke Arby up. It's kind of to go. It's wrapped in some kind of flatbread you're unfamiliar with.
Can I tell if he also made breakfast for Denny and Hardy?
There's some half-eaten plates of food setting out for two people that are missing. There's some, drink glasses of milk.
We'll deal with that later. All right, guys, we need to go to the mayor's office. Apparently, they're expecting us.
Can we not eat?
It's to go.
We got some breakfast tacos.
To go.
I hate breakfast tacos.
Alfie, is there anything you don't hate?
Fair question.
Wine.
Wine, Scruggles, Steel.
Is that the title of your self-help book, Alfie?
I think so. Like his autobiography.
Wine, Scruggles, and Steel.
It's just him laying on his stomach with his feet up and his elbows propping his head up on the bed.
Exactly.
Scruggles peeking out of his little hat.
Yeah, okay, I'll grab Scruggles and grab some breakfast taco begrudgingly and start feeding it to Scruggles.
Making your way through the town, you get to the mayor's office, which is the largest building, and you actually see some parchment placed on the gate that says town meeting. Everyone meet at the Brass Crab.
Oh, I don't like this already.
Sounds like fun. I've never been to a town meeting before.
As you all get into the Brass Crab, it's quieter than you'd expect for a town meeting, and then you realize that very few townsfolk have actually came out for this today. Most people are too busy healing the wounded, digging graves, or in some cases gathering supplies. And you see shutters shut and people scurry off the streets when you all walk through. Other than a couple of the villagers and the owner of the Brass Crab, you see Denny, Hardy, Cudgel, and Mayor Raven. And they've commandeered the largest table in the Brass Crab in the center, and there's a map of the town of Vogler and the surrounding woods. And they're all talking in hushed voices. Hardy looks up and says, "Late as always, brother."
Excuse me. What was that?
He said, late as always, brother.
Are you hard of hearing, Arby? Oh no, did the battle axe hit you on the ears?
No, I'm fine.
I'm gonna start checking his ears.
Get away from me. Hate to interrupt. Carry on.
The mayor looks over at Cudgel and says, "So, we have 100, maybe 120 men in the town who are of a fighting age. 60 or so women who are also of fighting age and are willing to defend the town. How many mercenaries do you have left?" She looks over at Raven, the mayor, and Cudgel says, "I have about 12. 13 if you count me, 14 if you count Jev." Hardy looks up and says, "You also have me and Denny. 2 knights."
I'm gonna say we have a Bucky.
God damn it.
And I'm gonna push him forward.
Everyone's now looking
Bucky's
at
gonna
Bucky.
come up. Bucky's gonna do his best Knight of Solamnia salute. Ready for action!
I was hoping Bucky would do a little dance.
Bucky would not hit the dance.
Hit the gritty right in front of him.
Bucky might do that mid-battle. His inner bard. Needing to inspire the group.
After he kills someone, Gritty's over to the next.
That's when I say Bucky's skipping. He's actually grittying.
Oh God. Arby's gonna walk over to the table and see what's already on the map to see if he can get a sense of the plan so far, while all the chaos of the rest of his party is happening.
Go,
on
Bucky. Go, Bucky.
Go, Bucky. Go, Bucky.
Look at him go!
So the map shows the natural defenses of the town of Vogler, most of which consists of the water surrounds it on 3 sides, meaning that the only way to get to it by land is through the river gate, which is in that valley pass that sits beside Thornwall Keep. To the northwest, they've marked off the area where the mercenary camp was, as well as the area where the larger army is camped out at. And then they have tiny little, basically dragon chess pieces representing the different units they have available, one for each 10 men. And it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look great. Among the supplies and the like that they have listed, there's a written out list next to the map on the table. There's a couple of ballista in the town, a number of ships, and enough food to survive a siege of maybe a month, maybe 2 months. Meat isn't the issue. The issue is grain and other vegetables. You have a couple of names being tossed around of various townsfolk who can help in what they can provide, but it's a sorry amount compared to the forces you all saw the day before.
This does not look good. Have we taken into account if they're able to siege from the water?
Cudgel chimes in and says, You were there with me when we looked over their encampment. There was no ships that they had. They didn't have any boats dry docked that they were bringing with them. It would take them weeks and months, if that was their force, to either build ships or have them sent down the river, because from up the river would be the city of Calaman, which you all know to still be under the control of the Calamites.
Right, but we also don't know what they are.
This is true.
So,
Denny chimes
Bucky's
in.
gonna suggest,
Go ahead.
perhaps we need to start a mission to sneakily attack their camp, and maybe they forget we are here.
I don't think they're gonna forget about us.
Hmm.
We
Definitely
could
not if we attack them.
sabotage. We could sabotage things.
Denny chimes in now and says, that is an awful idea. There are too many of them. Even if you could sabotage half of them, poison, destroy their food, they could still kill us all before we got that far. Hardy says, I think we have to try and get everyone out of here.
Well, they're real rays of sunshine, aren't they?
well, this isn't the half of it. Anyway, so we have ballistas. Is there a way, Ease, that we could possibly create some sort of diversionary explosive or poison cloud using the ballistas to cover our exit? And then, for that matter, we need to discuss how we exit, where we exit, what supplies we can bring. Hardy, Denny, do you think that Father would be able to spare any resources? Would they be able to get here in time, at least to cover the siege?
I think we'd fall before anyone could get here. I mean, the Raven we sent about Sir Sanders probably hasn't even reached his keep yet.
Fuck. Okay, well, Calaman is an option. We could do some sort of pincer maneuver, distract them. There's
Cudgel
another
chimes in.
option, and Arby's just staring at Alfie.
Cudgel says
The meteor. You figured out how to make the meteor yet?
I do not know how to make the meteor, and I don't know why Arby is staring at me.
Go ahead, Cudgel.
Cudgel chimes in and says, look, there may only be 13 of us, but the pass past the river gate isn't that wide. We could probably buy you all 45 minutes, an hour, if they try and come. The thing is if we try and leave too soon, too early, that they might be able to pick you off with arrows from the coast. We have to get them close enough that they can't do that. They can't set up for it.
Mhm.
So why were we looking at Alfie?
Why don't we just take the town
Shut
and
up.
push it somewhere else?
Oh my god, it's brilliant.
Oh, very nice idea, Eugene.
Alfie, have you
Simple.
reported into your order yet?
I have sent them letters, yes.
Has there been any response?
No.
At this point, the doors to the brass crab fly open, and Lord Baccharis, the father of the little Baccharis, walks in. He says, "How dare you hold a meeting without me? I am the most important member of this village, and nothing happens without my say."
Okay, if you have to say you're the most important member of the
I was
village...
literally just thinking that.
RB
You probably aren't.
Eugene
RB.
has an outburst, and all you hear is,
Who the fuck is this person?
Yeah, who are you?
RB
Who are
walks
you,
over to him.
worm?
RB walks over to him, grabs his hand, and just says, "Oh, thank goodness you're here. Here are our war plans. What do you make of them? Mr. Important Person. Most important person
Most.
here."
Yeah.
He looks over the war plans like you've given an illiterate 3-year-old plans how to make a nuclear bomb. He says, "Look, I don't lower myself to this peasant work.
Of course not. Worthless lords and their worthless seats.
Yeah, so what is it exactly that you do, mister?
At this point, he draws his rapier and says, "I'll have your tongue, Sir Knight."
Ooh.
I'm not a fucking knight, but I am of House Chadwick.
For all I care, that's
Yeah,
how
I
so
don't
give
like
us
this
that.
guy.
He's ugly and he's proud.
He takes the glove off, tosses it at you, and says, "For all I care, that's House Piss Your Pants."
Really? Hardy?
I don't think that's a house.
Anything to say about that?
At this point, Denny and Hardy stand up and says, "I'll have your tongue." And then Hardy says, "And I'll have your hands." He very
Fight.
quickly...
Who's getting
Fight.
your asshole?
Fight! Fight!
And I break your kneecaps too.
Bucky!
You don't have any knee pads on, you fool. You run a town with no knee pads.
At this point, he sheaths his sword and starts backing up. Hardy will walk up, pull the sword for him, put it into his hand, and says, "No, no, no. I can't fight you if you're unarmed."
There's
Eugene miss
Thor,
it.
bitch.
I
There's
want to press the digitation to make him soil himself.
Too late, he already did.
Oh, okay.
It's not even magic.
in the midst of all the threats, all Eugene heard was Eugene say knee pads, but he thought he said nipples. So
He's got no nipples.
Yeah, Eugene.
So, why don't you calm down? This was an open invite. You're here. Help or get out of our way.
Then he looks at you and says, "You know that Hardy can't let this insult go unanswered. It's against the code and the measure."
Ooh.
Deal with it later.
Hardy is already swinging.
Hardy, you fucking dumbass.
So
I
you
want
watch
to make
as
Hardy
Go ahead.
soil himself using prestidigitation.
Hardy's armor, you can't see it underneath his armor, but apparently he soiled himself.
We just hear a small dink.
Hardy is a trained swordsman, unlike Lord Baccharis. You watch as the first strike flicks the rapier out of his hand, and then on the backswing, he simply pommels him in the head, and he crumples.
There, Hardy,
Yeah.
do you feel better about yourself?
Oh, you know he deserved it.
Yeah, he totally had it coming.
Is the fucking little lordling around?
Yeah, he's watching from the door. He has
Get in here,
soiled
boy.
himself. He has soiled himself and is running.
I didn't do that one.
Alfie, you need to stop fucking abusing them.
that one wasn't me.
Well, the good news, little lordling, is you've just got a promotion.
Oh, he's gone. He was running the moment he saw that happen.
I
We'll
swear
tell
to
him
God,
later.
he's going to be the end villain of this campaign. I swear to God.
A few moments later, after Lord Baccharis has been hogtied and carried off to the jail, a villager from the town runs in and says, "Sirs, ma'ams, there's a figure at the river gate. He's dressed in black and red armor. He says he has a message for the mayor."
Just one? Just one guy?
Yeah. Just one.
Okay, Mayor. Go get the message.
Will you all come with me in case it's some kind of trick?
Yes.
Yes, that was my thought too.
Bucky,
Alright.
escort the woman.
Hardy, Denny,
Yes, ma'am. Huh. He's gonna do the salute and
No
greedy
more.
away.
no more fucking fighting, boys. Get the plans done. We'll check in a second.
Alright, you make your way to the river gate, walking through town, and on the other side of it, you see a soldier of the army that you all saw in the camp before, astride a warhorse. On the back of the warhorse, draped over it, you see an unconscious young Lord Becklin, who ran through the river gate and promptly got stomped by the horse.
Wait, who is he?
Yeah, I was curious. Say, who's this guy?
Wait, the
one
young
who just
lord?
ran away.
Yeah, the one who
The
just got...
kid?
Yeah. He's like a
Is he
19... No, he's just unconscious. He's like a 19, 20-year-old kind of snot-nosed teenager. You met him earlier. He was the one who was heckling y'all during the funeral of Sir Sanders.
He's the one that only knows how to skip.
Oh. Yeah.
Beneath the carvings of leaping fish, which are etched into the wooden river gate, a human in black and red scale mail sits astride an armored warhorse. She holds out a rolled parchment and calls out, "Who among you speaks for the village?" The mayor very quietly chimes up, I do." You watch as the female human soldier takes the parchment that's rolled up, throws it, and it lands about 2 feet in front of the mayor, and then the warhorse turns and they gallop off
With the kid?
with the kid.
Damn.
The mayor...
Have we defeated them?
Is
The
it over?
Well, that was
We
easy.
did it!
Good job, boys.
There's not so many as yesterday, huh? Let us see what their surrender terms are.
They heard we had a Bucky.
The mayor walks up and picks up the parchment. On it is a black wax seal of a black crescent moon. You all have seen this symbol before on the armor of the dragon-like humanoids, as well as in another location. It's the symbol of Tarkesis. She breaks the seal and out loud she reads, "People of Vogler, by the orders of Belfanian." Give me a second. Belafanian, the voice of Tarkesis, you will quarter the soldiers of the invincible Red Dragon army on this night. Refuse, and death will come. This is the Dragon Queen's will.
Alright, I'm gonna start writing another letter.
I thought you
I
were
will
gonna say you were
dictate to
gonna start
you the
dragging me.
response letter, Alfie. Okay.
Not a
Begin.
response letter.
Dear runaway coward.
He's not wrong.
We accept to cut your men into quarter. Please send in a single file line to the city with no weapon, no armor, and we will deal with them according to your term.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
I did not say that, Alfie. You don't write that down. Please end this attack again. My name is Bucky.
Oh, good.
Have you
Lord.
have you seen a have you seen my friend the deacon? Okay, Alfie, when you finish that, leave me some space. I draw a picture of my friend.
You know what? Alfie writes all that down, gives Bucky the piece of parchment, and then he starts writing his letter to his order.
I'm literally
What is-
crying right now.
Becky's gonna start drawing the picture of Sir Dick.
Jesus.
Please, we have to send it. We have to send that.
Whom it may concern.
Will we get to roll intimidation if we send that?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Please, I can't breathe. Oh.
Okay, well, I'm
My
writing the
side
letter in
hurts.
After while Bucky's fucking drawing and Alfie's writing the note, Arby's gonna turn to the mayor. About what percent did we lose yesterday? Or the previous day? God, they're all running together.
We lost 80 of our fighting men.
Okay, so in preparation, in case we do follow this order, let's get the remaining 20% all clustered together, empty the houses of the other 80. That can serve as their quota. Past that, we need to check back with Hardy and Denny and see what they've cooked up.
She says, you and I both know that even if we do give them quarter, most of the townspeople will be dead. They've already proven that they will go back on their word and do whatever it takes to kill us. This
Yes.
is just them walking in. This is us opening the gates and letting them walk in instead of letting them fight for every inch.
Potentially. But if they do take the quota, I believe my good friend Ease might have some ideas on how to make their homes a little less accommodating.
I would love to poison someone.
Do you have any farmers or, other sorts of field workers, hunters even, that know how to set up traps, deal with poisons?
We have a few hunters who live in the town. Poison's outside their wheelhouse. Poisoned meat isn't exactly the greatest to eat, but they can do traps. Let's get back to Hardy and Denny and Cudgel.
Yes, at least it's thought.
Alright, as you all return, Hardy has went out and gathered a few more of the villagers, and now the map has been pushed to the side, hastily extended to show more of the river now, and they're doing math, trying to figure out how many boats the town has versus how many townspeople and how many they can fit. Right now, the town has about 400 residents left, and looking at the amount of boats, they're only able to fit roughly half of that number on the boats. When you walk in, Denny looks over you all and says, look, one of you has to be mildly intelligent, and a new set of eyes, or in this case, 5 new sets of eyes, can't hurt. How can we get more people out of this town?
I volunteer Alfie, he's the smartest.
I do not appreciate being volunteered.
But you don't disagree. You're the smartest.
Oh, I am absolutely the smartest.
So you agree. You think you're really smart.
You and the Red
I
Rose.
am very smart. Yes.
come here and look at this. He pulls you. He tries to pull you up, but if you walk up, he won't touch you.
I walk up.
All right. He sets everything out in front of you, maps and all. He says, "How can we get more people from here downriver?" Make me an intelligence investigation check.
All right. Investigation. Oh, well, that's dandy. I rolled a 4 plus 4. Why don't I roll it with advantage, huh?
How about you
Yeah.
turn the map upside down? So
Yeah. It's not facing the right way.
Didn't work well for you.
What?
You got an 8 total, right?
Yes.
You're so stressed from everything going on. You're fighting dry heaving. You can't focus on it.
Oh, I want to let out the dry heave
Oh, okay, go ahead.
to let everyone know that I'm anxious. And then I'm gonna say, this is why I shouldn't be volunteered for things. It makes me anxious.
Okay, so y'all know, and That's So Raven, when the camera pushes in when she has an epiphany.
Yes.
When he starts heaving, that's what happens to Arby. Camera pushes in and he stops for a little bit, and the camera goes deep into his fucking retina, and the would-be viewer gets a lovely view of people throwing up into the river outside the Brass Crab. And Arby just goes, the wreckage, Vogler's Crossing. We can lash all the wreckage together, use it as a raft.
They look at the map, they look at each other, they look back at the map, they start counting the amount of boats that are part of the makeshift bridge. They say, if we break everything down, and we get some of the boats back with oars and make some minor repairs, it would probably take 6 or 7 hours total to get everything. But we could probably fit another 100 or so townspeople on boats. That just leaves 100 left.
I think we do that.
Yeah, Heloise wants to look at the map and try her hand.
Alright, make either make a wisdom or intelligence check.
Is that just a regular modifier, or is that a saving throw?
Just the regular D20 plus the modifier.
Okay, that's gonna be a 12.
Which one, wisdom or intelligence?
For intelligence.
Alright.
11 for wisdom.
Oh, well, looking at everything, you realize that none of the fishermen's boats have been counted. Only the boats the town has access to and the personal craft, but not the larger fishing vessels.
Are you kidding me right now?
Well, most of the larger fishing vessels at this time of year aren't out. They're dry docked. And so they would have to be re-equipped with, ropes and sails, and holes would have to be fixed in them. That would probably take another day or so. But then you could easily fit another 200 or 300 people on those boats. Which would be more than enough to get everyone
share
out.
this observation with Hardy and Denny and everybody.
Hardy says, alright, who here has the most favor amongst the town people? And then everyone immediately looks at the mayor. Hardy chimes in and says, you need to gather the townspeople now. Get them working on the Vogler's Crossing boats. Get them working on the dry docked fishing vessels. And then the rest of us will work on buying the time. If they're going to be here by nightfall, we need to buy at least 12 extra hours of time. The mayor looks back and says, I think we can get this. Will you all come with me? I'll get the bells rung and get everyone gathered.
us come with her?
Yes.
Sure. Why not?
Alright.
In the meantime, wherever these people mean to evacuate, send word to them as soon as possible.
Understood. I'll send Raven. We'll send a Raven.
Ironic.
That's so Raven.
Hey, I've heard of that before.
Ugh. I think Eugene's like a time traveler, like a dimension jumper.
In episode Eugene Theories.
He was a kid who watched too much SpongeBob growing up. For sure.
SpongeBob.
Oh no.
What?
Eugene's patron deity is called TikTok.
How did you know that one?
Oh shit. It's canon now.
Oh no. As everyone filters out of the brass crab, Denny stops you for a second, RB, and asks if he can speak to you privately.
If you want to waste the time, sure.
He says, I have been an awful brother and an even worse knight when it comes to Bo. And now the town I have been sworn to protect is about to be overrun by monstrosities and men with no honor. I hope to escape with the rest of the villagers, but I will not be leaving this town until everyone, and I mean everyone else, has gotten out. I know that Cudgel intends to put her people, her mercenaries, on the far side of the river gate to hold the pass. I am going to be with them. If I told Hardy this, he would knock me out and drag me to the boat. I'm asking you to watch over Bo. And in the meantime, I need you to do me a favor. Not for me, but for Bo.
What is it?
Underneath my bed, in Thornwall Keep, there is a flat crate, hammered shut. I need you to get that out of here. And if I don't make the boats, I need you, once you're safe, to give that to Bo.
Dare I ask what's in that crate?
You and he both will know what to do with it.
Can I roll insight to see if I can figure out what it is?
You can. You can roll insight.
It's a 16.
You think that what's in the crate is what you were never given by the knights. It is the thing that represents a knight's promotion from squire into the knighthood. Now, you're not sure what it is. It was a secretive kind of process that only those who were about to become knights would be told, but you think whatever it is, it's important.
I will be sure to get it out of here, and I will be sure to give it to Bo when the time is right.
He says, Bo is ready for it despite my failings, and it is my only wish that when he gets it, you let him know that I am sorry that I have failed him, and that I hope he is a better knight than I ever was.
You should take some time to write that down in your own words. It'll mean more to him.
If I can find the time, I will. There's kind of a lot going on right now, brother.
In all of this madness, what will Hardy be doing?
Hardy, he says, look, Hardy is doing what Hardy always does, making a mess of everything and looking important doing it. Hopefully, he's going to set up the defenses at Thornwall Keep, where he will set up with a couple of the townsfolk on the ballistas.
Do you remember when I left the Knights. How hard a time you both gave me. How you constantly said I'd be the laughingstock of our family.
It seems I've never been more wrong about that.
Do you remember growing up when you two were the golden boys of House Chadwick? You always got to go with Father to lands, meets, and tourneys, always in the fucking spotlight. Do you remember what I was doing when I was in your shadow?
I don't.
Exactly, because I was always doing everything I could to help. Whether it was sewing Wendy's dresses, serving Mother stew that summer she had that terrible pneumonia. It was never just fucking housekeeping either. When I was 14, that brutal thunderstorm hit off land and our workhorses got out, and I was the one that woke up in the dead of night and tracked them down. I was the one. I'm always the one. I am the responsible one, and you two have always got the spotlight. And again, here and now, I am the one taking up responsibility for your mistakes. You better fucking survive just to make it right to me and Bo and Sir Sanders.
You watch as a tear comes to his eyes, and he tries to clasp your arm. You let him?
Yep.
He says, "For you, brother, for Sanders and Bo, I will do everything I can to come to you all." Then he looks at his armor. He takes the clasp, which is the symbol of his knighthood, rips it off and hands it to you, and says, "You may not want to wear this, but I don't feel worthy wearing this now. You are the one who should have become a knight." And then he leaves.
Arby just shakes his head as he walks away and just mutters under his breath, "You still don't fucking get it. I never needed this. That's the difference between us."
Your armor doesn't start to glow again, but the little holy symbol on your chest does.
Does it turn red?
It does not. It's still green.
Fuck.
Alright. So now that we're through the heartfelt goodbyes, Cudgel and her mercenaries have placed themselves on the far side of the river gate, along with Sir Denny. Sir Hardy has taken Thornwall Keep with the ballistas and a team of 8 of the men, of the villagers of the town, who have volunteered to try and stay behind on the ballistas. The mayor has gathered all the townsfolk, and as the bells ring, with you all there in attendance, she says, "A dangerous army is headed for Vogler. The ironclad mercenaries are going to do what they can, but everyone else here must prepare to flee. The dry dock ships and the ships tied at Vogler's crossing need to be freed and repaired. We have until nightfall for them to arrive, and we have a few precious hours that our friends and allies will buy us. We need to be ready." The townsfolk look wide-eyed and shocked before the mayor, as well as a few of the other older townsfolk, begin to run around, guiding people. What is everyone else going to do to prepare for this?
I definitely want to see, what I can find without going out too far, as far as, some kind of, puffweed fungi stuff, to do, poison clouds, or things I can poison, at least, the ballista ammunition.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Anything like that. Here we go.
I'd like to come and help Eloise.
You get it with...
But
Nat 20.
Okay, and how are you helping Eloise?
Bucky is just gonna take the letter that Alfie wrote for him, and he's gonna walk it along the road and just leave it halfway through for them to come get.
Okay. So you do that. Eloise, you grab... So, in the water, along the Vanguard River, there is a certain type of plant that, when exposed to air after fully drying, and ground up into a powder, if inhaled, causes hallucinations.
Cool.
You were able to gather enough of this plant that you can tie small jars to the ballista bolts for 12 of the ballista bolts.
Okay.
Alright, Alfie, what are you doing?
Probably getting drunk.
That's pretty on brand.
Alright.
I think that canonically, the more drunk Alfie is, the less likely he is to start dry heaving in battle.
Oh, good. Alright, Eugene, what are you doing?
Eugene's just waiting to get the order at this point. He's just ready to fight.
Alright, where are you setting yourself up at for the fight?
Ever he's going to get the most action.
Okay, so near the river gate.
The river it is.
Alright. And then, Arby, what are you doing?
Hopefully, before Eugene waits that long, Arby can convince both Eugene and Alfie to go back to Thornwall Keep with them.
Eugene, Alfie?
You can keep drinking.
Then yes.
Well, but we can't. I can't help him if we go the other way.
It's not even sunset yet, Eugene. We've got plenty of time.
Okay, fine.
And Thornwall Keep's on a hill. You'll have a better Remember that horse thief you just fucking brutally murdered?
Oh, he had no chance.
Had no chance at all.
Okay, well,
It'll
if
just
I
be
get
for a
another,
little bit.
if I get another chance, I'll take it.
Alright.
Can
you
I
all-
set up a...
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
can I set up a tripwire at the river gate with poison?
You mean some
for
more?
them?
If you want to remove 4 of the poison bolts, you can set up a line that goes across the river gate that when disturbed, the pots will fall and throw up a layer of the poison.
Because presumably that's where they're coming in initially, right?
Yeah, that's going to be the only real way into the town.
Okay, yeah, I will do that then.
Okay. Alright, so you're now down to 8 ballista bolts and a trip line of poison gas. Alright, the 3 of you reach Thornwall Keep. What are you doing there?
Arby is seeing if Hardy needs anything quick and easy. He explains to Hardy that Arby is like responsible for evacuating Bo, and he's not going to bring up the crate. He's just going to try and get Bo and the crate out of there in a reasonable amount of time.
Alright, Bo is already packed. I mean, Bo doesn't own a lot of things anyway. But Bo does go into the storeroom, grab a little bit of extra rations, as well as a couple books on Salmanic history and knighthood. Throws them in his sack. When you tell Hardy that Denny has put you in charge of taking Bo, he kind of just spits on the ground and says, "Good for nothing, Squire, anyway."
What did you just say?
You heard me.
He said, "Good for nothing, Squire."
Thank you, Alfie. Why did you say that?
It's true, he couldn't even handle himself in the fight on the hill. He came back
And
broken.
whose responsibility is it to prepare him for such a thing?
I've been much too busy to have a squire. I didn't want one in the first
You've
place.
been busy.
Look,
Since
are you going
I've
to
been
take
here.
him?
I've been the only one who's trained with him, and I've done it twice.
He says, I don't have time for this. Are you taking him? Or are you going to cause me more delays in setting up the keep for this fight?
So fucking busy getting drunk. So fucking busy wearing Sir like an armor to protect yourselves from any real duty to the realm. This is the only good thing you've done for anyone in years, and you know it.
Why did you have to bring up drinking? That makes me feel bad, Arby.
You know what? Alfie keeps calling all these fucking knights fascists. The thing is, the difference is, fascists have a plan and a reason they keep others down. You two
Yeah.
were always just assholes.
Fucking A.
Be the men Sir Sanders thought you were when he commended you both to knighthood.
That's what I'm saying.
Good night. I hope you survive, and I hope we can carry on this conversation under better circumstances.
A cat.
With a K.
With a K.
Alright. You all are able to get Bo out as well as the crate without any interference from Hardy. You get him down to the wharf where the ships are getting loaded up. You see that villagers are already setting off down the river. Some villagers are getting the ships ready, and by the time dusk falls, nothing happens. It seems like Sir Denny and Cudgel's forces are able to at least buy you a few hours. About 30 minutes after that, as night has fully fallen, who all is down at the river gate?
I'm not sure where Bucky would be, but he would be in the middle of the action as well.
So you're down near the river gate. Eugene's down near the river gate. I know that much.
I'm probably up with the ballistas.
Okay. You're up on
Wait, I
Thornwall.
thought Eugene went back with Arby.
Oh, so you're
Right,
on
but
Thornwall?
we went back down.
Oh, okay.
My plan was just to evacuate Bo. I don't know where Eugene wants to end up after that. I don't know where Bo wants to end up after that. The only other thing on Arby's list was just to, like, write a letter to go with the crate telling Bo not to open it, and if he never hears from Hardy, Denny, or myself again, to find Roland Chadwick, and he'll know what to do with Bo and the crate.
Okay. Alfie, so everyone but Alfie and... Well, I guess just Alfie. Alfie, are you the only one not either on the keep or at the gate? Or are you up there with them?
I'm definitely not at the gate.
Okay.
Keep is fine.
I
Okay.
feel like Alfie would coordinate the retreat so he could get a boat out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's at the
Ooh,
fucking
that's
wharf.
good. That's good.
Are you down at the wharf?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So everyone but Alfie, about 30 minutes after actual nightfall, so about an hour and a half after the Red Dragon army should have showed up, you hear pounding hooves from the direction of the river gate as a mercenary of the Ironclad Regiment rides toward the village. Getting closer, she yells, "They're coming! Evacuate now! The dragon are..." At that point, from the hilltop cliff to the far side from the keep of the river gate, a cloaked figure with large wings jumps down and slams into the horse and the rider. And the rider tumbles off. At this point, the battle for Thornwall Keep and the village of Vogler has begun. The first thing that Hardy will do is sound the warning bells, letting the villagers know that they have to evacuate now. And then we'll go to initiative.
Great.
16.
12.
Also 12.
Who has the better decks?
23.
I hope Eloise.
I have a 19 dex.
Yeah, it's Eloise.
It's an 18 for Eugene.
Alright. With that, Alfie, you'll be up first. You hear the warning bells in the distance. The dragon army has approached.
Am I drunk enough to not panic immediately?
You are, in fact, drunk enough to not panic.
Okay. I'm going to start. Like, am I surrounded by pedestrians trying to escape?
So you are surrounded by panicking villagers.
Okay. Let's hope I don't get trampled. I'm going to try to herd them into the boats.
Alright, make me a persuasion check. Or intimidation.
They're both +2. I'll do intimidation.
Yeah,
If
that's
I
more
cast,
Alfie speed.
if I cast a spell to assist me, can I get advantage?
You can.
Okay, so I want to. Which one? Can I cast mass prestidigitation to make everyone shit their pants?
What?
No, that's already happening
No.
as is.
Okay. Then I think that I should do a minor illusion
Okay.
to like basically enhance my voice to be super loud.
Okay.
And telling everyone to get on the goddamn boats.
Alright, make the roll with advantage.
Okay, I got a nat 20 plus 2.
Nice. Yeah, no, everyone is crowding onto the boats. Some of the boats are actually halfway into the water, deeper than they should be because of the amount of people on them.
Yeah,
But they're
that's
getting
fine.
off. Thankfully, there was only 400 villagers. They had 200 people worth of boats to begin with. And between the bridge and the chunk of the fishing boats they were able to repair, there's enough room for everybody to get on.
Oh, good.
So people are just loading up and shipping off.
Okay. I am going to. I shouldn't leave the party.
Bit late for that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, but I'm helping to save people. You're welcome.
Oh,
Thank you.
someone
Thank you,
give him a
Alfie.
medal.
Yeah, I would not be doing this if it wasn't for self-preservation. That's why
I
he's
know.
debating on getting on one of the boats that's about to leave. I kind of picture that guy from the Titanic that, like picks up that random kid.
I have a
puts him on
child.
the boat with him. Yeah, I have a child.
Well, Alfie, you find your way onto a boat if you want to.
No, I think the alcohol in Alfie's making him a little braver than he should be.
Alright, I will let you
And-
know that Bo is holding a boat for you all.
Oh, Bo's thing?
Yeah, Bo is sitting in a boat with some supplies in the crate, and he's holding it for you all.
Okay, cool. I'll hang out with Bo for a little bit. See how this plays out.
Oh my god.
Alright. Going on to you.
Oh, you come here
Jim.
often, Bo?
So how was your day?
Yeah, Alfie's quite the conversationalist when he's drunk.
So,
well, that's
what do you think of old Eugene there?
That's
Alright,
it
Eugene.
for Alfie.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm not seeing anybody, so I'm gonna try and get like up top here. One of these towers. Have the bow ready to go whenever I see these bozos start walking in.
Alright, well, in your line of sight, you can't see the army, but you can see the one dragon-like creature, which is currently advancing on the mercenary, having knocked them off of their horse.
Guys, the bullworm's back.
Oh no.
You want to take some shots at it? Or a shot at it?
Why not? Let's take a pop shot and see what we get. Alright, and a nat 20.
Oh, there we go.
So that's a total of 28.
Oh, it's the hit?
Yeah, that's to hit.
Oh, my man, a nat 20 hit.
Then 1d8.
Double it. It's a crit.
So 2d8s. That is 6. That is 10 damage.
Ooh. The arrow sticks in its robe, piercing it through the side. It looks up at you, growls, and you have now drawn its attention. Thankfully, the mercenary was able to skirt away.
Hey!
Anything else from you,
Nice.
Eugene?
I'm gonna hold off on spells, right? Or which one is that? I'll hold off on casting, so that's it for me right now.
Alright, it goes to the fan favorite Bucky Honeyberry.
Oh yeah. So how far did we get a distance on how far that guy was?
Are you on the far side or the inside of the river gate?
If there was if there's people like in melee range, Bucky would be there. But if everyone's on the sort of ramparts, he would be there instead.
Okay, so you're behind the gate then.
Okay. Yeah, if there's people here, that's where Bucky is.
Alright, yeah, you're behind the
He's with
gate,
the melees.
but the enemy isn't close enough for you to get to him without throwing the gate open, which would also trigger Heloise's trap.
Okay. Bucky would like to try to rile up and encourage the people around him, and he wants to bust a move to encourage them.
Alright, make me a performance check.
Okay, that was a nat 1.
Oh no! No!
So a 2 total.
3 of the 6 villagers just drop their weapons and run in the opposite direction, having lost all confidence.
Where are you going? It's just the starter.
Alright,
That's it for Bucky.
Heloise, it's your turn.
Is the thingy that flew inside, like, in range of the ballistas?
It is.
Okay, I'll do just a regular ballista shot at it, not a poison one.
Alright, let me find the damage of a ballista for you. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
What do I add to that?
It's a flat +6.
Okay, so 21 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll 3d10 for damage.
23.
Well, having been distracted by Eugene, it doesn't realize the massive 3-foot-long ballista bolt which pierces it into the side and then pins it to the wall of the canyon.
Nice. Nice.
Following that, do you have anything else there?
There are no others in range, right?
No, that's the only one you've
Yeah,
seen so far.
Pass.
Arby.
Preparing to follow up on Eugene's hit, Arby has one of his fucking javelins like mid fucking throw when the ballista bolt goes through the thing, and he's just like, okay, fuck my drag, I guess. And he's going to kind of rewind his arm again and prepare an action to throw another javelin if anything gets
Close.
within, I don't know, 90 feet of the wall.
Javelining range.
Yeah. If they're in Thagomizer range, they're in for a hurting.
Alright, on initiative count 12, 50 of the townsfolk will get on boats and leave, for a grand total of 100 off the town so far. 2 of the townsfolk who are with the ballistas on top of Thornhill Keep will reload the ballista which is fired and get it ready to fire again. On initiative count 10, I would love for someone here to roll me a d10, please.
Got it. It's 9.
9. Alright. At this point, you see on the far side masses moving on top of the cliff on the far side overlooking the town. Could everyone, except for Alfie, make me a perception check?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
15.
10.
That's a 13 for me.
Alright, everyone is able to see as 40 or so of these robed figures remove their robes, revealing their grotesque dragon-like bodies, scales and teeth bared. They all get to the edge of the cliff overlooking Vogler, and then they jump off what you would think would be a suicide mission before their wings fully expand and they glide into the town. Many of them carrying torches throw them as they glide, catching the wooden and thatched roofs of the buildings on fire.
Kind of rude, honestly.
Well,
of
fuck.
them.
At this point, you also hear the sound of hundreds of footsteps, hoofbeats, and the grinding of metal on metal in the distance.
Ugh.
Don't like that.
Turning the corner, you see as the first 50 or so men of the Red Dragon army have turned the corner and are now within sight of the tower of Thornhill Keep, as well as the river gate. Alfie, it goes back to you.
Is that within sight of my javelin? Within range?
I don't believe that your javelin can reach that far.
Just chicken.
Alfie's like people are still getting on the boats.
Yep. At the rate of 50 around.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of stand to the side and do that circular arm motion to be guiding.
Today,
them on.
people, today.
MVP Alfie.
Tickets, please. Tickets.
Yeah, man, he's really pulling his weight.
He's stamping passports. He's holding hands as they cross the river.
No, he's doing that like ticket punch thing like they do in Polar Express. Except it's just insults.
I was going to say, I'm using prestidigitation to do that Polar Express ticket thing for everyone.
And it's just like, your hair is ugly. You look dumb. Like, literally, you look like you can't read.
What's this say? Didn't fucking think so. Get on the boat. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Eugene, you're up. You can now see the first 50 or so men.
I mean, do we need to go ahead and start moving in if they've already flown in? That would be my guess. No?
Bucky would go, Commanding officer, should I activate my troop to attack the breacher?
Am I commanding officer? Does that mean
Commanding
apparently?
officer.
Bucky doesn't know who the commanding officer is. So anyone can reply to that.
Eugene's gonna say, "Go, buddy, go!"
Aye! He'll salute.
Alright.
And Bucky will chase after these people.
Alright. Anything else from you, Eugene? Are you going to take a shot at anybody, or you just going to run down? Or
Oh, I moved Bucky instead. I was gonna say, I don't know. Trying to get an idea of where everybody is.
So everyone is either... Bucky is on the river gate, everyone else is on Thornwall Keep, except for Alfie, who's down on the wharf.
Well, if there are others up at Thornwall and there's not many at the gate anymore, I might as well move up.
Okay. So you're going to get up on the keep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that.
So you've repositioned. Bucky, what are you doing?
Okay, I don't think they can hear me yet, but I think Bucky would just dash around the town, trying to get as many of them to follow him as possible.
God.
Alright, make me another performance check.
Okay. 11.
You watch as you're running through the town, screaming and dancing like an idiot. You get about 12 of these 40 to peel off and start chasing you down the streets.
When he runs off, Arby's just like, "Don't forget, we've got a boat to." Okay, bye.
Yeah, Bucky is trying to lead them away from the boats.
Alright. Heloise.
Are they within range?
Of the ballista, yes.
Okay.
Wait, the ones in the town or the ones that are coming?
The ones that are already here. Like, you see that moving? This guy?
Yes.
Or like the ones... Well, I don't want to do it near Bucky.
Bucky
How...
can take it.
Well, I'm about to shoot poison at them.
Bucky can take it.
How big is the cloud of poison?
It has a radius of 15 feet.
So would it encompass, like, this triangle guy? These guys over here?
It would encompass any one of them.
Oh, okay. Just one?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I will just shoot the nearest one then without the poison.
Okay.
Because I want to wait for them to get clustered up, I reckon.
Alright, so go ahead, roll a d20 and add 6.
Dirty 20.
Alright, roll 3d10.
21.
Alright, you watch as one of the dragon creatures inside the village just drops, having been pierced through and through with a ballista bolt. RB, it's your turn.
Can I see how far the ones trickling in through the valley are from us?
They're about 120 feet away.
I'm assuming there are horses at their front lines somewhere.
Yeah, cavalry is up front.
I'm going to throw one of my bad boy javelins at one of them fucking horses.
Alright, go ahead.
Ooh, now I get rolls. 24.
Alright, roll damage.
5.
Well, the javelin does hit the horse, which spooks enough for it to veer off into a couple of the other horses, knocking a few of the cavalry out of the charge.
Excellent.
Anything else from you there, Arby?
I'm going to start backing up to wherever Heloise and Eugene are, and just kind of like, we don't have too long. We don't want to be anywhere near the gate when all that hallucinogen pops off. We need to get going, and I fucking guess we need to deal with Bucky? I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean, how much longer do we have to hold them off?
At this rate, at 50 rounds, 6 more rounds, 36 seconds.
But we also don't want to be at the keep in 36 seconds
Right.
when we need to catch our fucking boat out of here.
Yeah, we should probably make our way
Yeah,
there.
we've got to get fucking across town.
I'll assist Bucky on the way.
Yeah.
Alright. On initiative
How,
count 12,
how heavy are the ballista bolts?
about 3 pounds each.
I would probably take a couple of those bad boys with us,
Okay.
or at least the poison jar. I don't know what makes more sense. I'll trust Heloise for input on her turn.
Alright. On initiative count 12, 50 more townsfolk will get off and onto the boats. And I need another d10 from somebody.
Gotcha. 8.
8. Across the hill, a flash of light, a lightning bolt hits one of the large trees. In an otherwise clear night, it shatters in half. A loud explosion of the wood and of the thunder happens. And for that brief second, all of you who were at the front, so everyone but Alfie, you see atop on the cliff 3 figures on motionless horses sit in the shadows. All you can make out is a glint of the plate armor they're wearing before the figures vanish in the darkness again.
To quote Eric, cool.
Anyone up there can make a history check. Eric, you'd get advantage on it.
First of all, Autumn, that's trademarked.
I got a 7 for history.
I have a 21 on that bad boy.
17 for Bucky.
Alright.
Here.
What'd you get, Eric, or Eugene?
It's an 11.
Okay. So, Bucky and Arby, you recognize the armor to be armor of Knights of Solamnia. Bucky, the armor is much more... What's the best way to put this? The armor is very familiar to you. It's the armor that is similar to what Sir Dickon used to wear. Not the armor that you see Hardy and Denny wearing.
Can I roll something to know if they're good?
What do you mean?
Are these good guys?
With just the flash you saw now.
Okay.
Not from this distance.
Gotcha.
For Arby, for you, these figures are wearing a type of armor that hasn't been seen among the Solamnic Knights for 2 to 3 centuries, since before the Cataclysm.
Fun. Cool.
Moving on from that and the townsfolk's turn, you watch now as these figures get closer to Bucky. These figures run this way, setting more buildings on fire. The town is now ablaze, and you can see the movements of the enemies within it. Turning the corner, you see as another 100 or so men have worked their way into the mountain pass. And among them, you see a massive beast, black and silver, scaled with steel plates, and fires burning from its jaws. As it gets closer and closer, pushing up to the river gate, you hear... no one here speaks Goblin, correct?
I think Alfie does, but
No.
Alfie
not
does.
us.
You hear orders barked in Goblin, and then a massive ball of fire shoots from the mouth of this black beast, destroying the river gate completely. This thing then rolls incredibly fast, because you can now see that it's on wheels, toward the river gate, and has now entered the town.
Yeah, we need to
Outward.
go.
Yeah, back to initiative. Top of the initiative is Alfie. Alfie, you
Okay,
couldn't see
Alfie's-
this, but you did hear the
Mhm.
gate go boom.
Okay. Alfie's going to cast Minor Illusion to give himself those things that the airline ramp agents have, and he's going to start doing that toward the boats now.
There's like a trail of lights appear on the dock too. Like
Just follow the emergency lights in the event of a crash.
you have your flotation devices.
Thanks to your helping another 50 people get on the boats quicker. You're
Nice.
basically doubling the speed.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, after Alfie, I believe it goes to Eugene.
Well, at this point, I don't know how far I'll be able to move, but I'm going to start going ahead and making my way down.
Alright, I'll move you to as far as you can get. There,
Okay.
yeah, right about
Well,
there.
I was here, so...
Right about there. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Alright, so you scale the keep incredibly quickly, run down the path, and you've reached the bend. To your left, you can see the first bit of the cavalry, as well as this large metallic machine now from this distance you can see. It appears to be some kind of metallic dragon. Not actually a dragon, but a machine made to look like one.
Ooh, steampunk.
Are they all behind it, shouting, "Gron, Gron, Gron, Gron"?
Oh, goodness. I think that's a reference I don't get, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord of the
Bucky!
Rings.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Bucky, it's your turn.
Um,
So
which
front of you-
way would Bo and the boat be? The boat boat be?
So you can see that the path in front of you diverges in a few different directions. The straightest path would get you to the wharf the quickest.
Right, and that's where the boat is.
Yep.
For us. Okay. Bucky is gonna dash over to try to run by the mayor's home,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and he's gonna say, "Oh my God! No, not the dragons attacking! Here, maybe we're our most vulnerable and longest to find the treasure is here. Oh no!"
Make a deception check.
15.
Thankfully for you, these creatures are not that smart. Anything else from you there, Bucky?
Nope. Bucky's running his lap.
Alright. Heloise.
Yeah, I want to run down here with Eugene.
Okay.
And...
Arby has been abandoned.
Take the jars first.
Take the what?
The jars of hallucinogen that we didn't use.
Oh yeah, I have the jars.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And just so you know, I'm going to be running like around this way to the wharf.
Okay.
I'm not going to go down through the town straight down.
Makes sense.
And I'll definitely take Eugene with me.
All right, Arby, it's your
And
turn.
Arby, when he gets down here.
Yeah, Arby's gonna take a couple of the ballista bolts and also go and hopefully get like maybe a couple of those jars from Heloise while we're running together frantically and definitely not pissing ourselves.
Okay. As you leave, the last thing you hear is Hardy calling you a coward as he fires a ballista bolt into the machine ineffectively.
Work smarter, not harder. Survive, idiot.
Yeah, for real.
The townsfolk's turn. 50 more will reach the boats, and then another D10, please.
I gotcha. 6.
6. You watch as more of the dragon-like creatures jump off the cliff into the town. About 3 more of them. Not a lot, but more buildings begin to catch on fire. On their turn, thankfully, Bucky is very persuasive, and these creatures are very stupid. All the ones that could hear him shout, which is a number of them, are going to start converging on the mayor's house. This thing, you'll hear the fire that was in it dies down before something begins to rebuild in it, and the fire gets louder and louder as it rolls into town. Thankfully, past you all. At this point, though, many of the cavalry have gotten into the gates of the city. Your poison made ineffective by the fireball, which destroyed the gate.
I reckoned.
And then we're back to our flight attendant, Alfie.
Alright, Alfie casts Minor Illusion to make a big neon sign behind him with an arrow pointing over to the boats that says escape boats.
Well, another 50 will get out. Alfie is actually the one who's going to save the most villagers here.
By being a coward.
Eugene, it's your turn.
So, now that this lovely big mech dragon is making its way down,
Downtown, walking fast, faces past.
Its codename is actually Vanessa Carlton.
Terry Crews
Eugene's gonna
is the
dash.
goblin who's driving the machine.
Oh, God.
T, comma,
Eugene's-
RYCRZ.
Eugene's going to dash through this tree line here and just keep trying to make his way around.
So Heloise is
We
trying
can
to
make
get
it.
you, and you just run through the trees.
He's trying to make. He knows everything's about to go ballistic, so he's trying to.
Make his way there.
Yeah.
Bucky, Heloise, are you doing something similar? Or Bucky, what are you doing?
Bucky is gonna wait until a lot of on his turn is gonna wait and to react to see when more draconians go to the mayor's house. He's gonna run over to the fishbowl and he's gonna say, I trick you. This is the mayor's house.
Oh, gosh.
And then after he says that, he's gonna keep running down.
Alright. I'm just going to assume they believe you. If not, you're annoying enough for them all follow you.
Okay.
Heloise,
But
your
he would
turn?
wait until a lot gather on the mayor's home, and then he's gonna
okay.
go.
I moved down to chase after Eugene.
Bucky is running the ultimate interference here.
Yeah, I think it's really funny that Alfie's saving the most, Bucky is getting the most property destroyed, and the three of us are kind of useless right now.
You're Benny Hinning it through, not Benny Hinn, that's the fake preacher, Benny Hilling it.
Oh
Uh,
no.
RB, your turn.
I'm running with Eugene and Heloise, and as we're running, I'm like, are there more boats just like around? Can we get a head start in the water? I don't know if we're gonna make it.
We're
Um,
definitely going to make it. It's A-okay. A-okay.
All the boats have been gathered to the wharf.
Damn it. Is there a particularly nice looking barrel?
No.
Oh no. We went from Lord of the Rings to the Hobbit.
To the Hobbit.
50 more townsfolk get off, and I need another D10, please.
Gotcha. 2.
No.
Don't say that.
A creature, one of the large scaled ones. This one is the... Oh, this is one you haven't seen before, actually. Its coloration is different. Its skin is darker, its wings are larger. You watch as it crash lands in front of you, bounces and flops into the water. Its wings get so wet and heavy that it can't actually get out, and it just starts to drown.
I love that for it.
Fuck me.
For real?
Ease, this is
I
hard.
didn't know you were playing Bard.
What are you? My
Their
natural
turn-
charisma. Oh no.
Yeah, that's basically
Sorry.
what it is, really. But on this turn, the evil creatures, you watch as they all now gather on the fishbowl and start beating the hell out of the fishbowl, trying to get to the people they think in the treasure they think is inside. This will roll in toward the village circle, and another fireball will hit, hitting the fishbowl and also a number of the dragon creatures.
Well, that's nice.
Bucky is gonna hit a Fortnite dance.
Oh lord. It goes
Bucky's
back up.
emoting right now.
Alfie, it's your turn, and there's only 100 or so villagers left.
Alfie's going to use minor illusion again.
Okay.
This time to create a sound of a carny
What?
being like, boats, boats, come get your boats, free escape boats, right over here, come get your boats.
Like a fucking paper boy. Like
Yeah.
Extra, extra.
fresh boats, 5 cents. Fresh boats.
Free, fresh boats.
Mayor declares war.
Kind of surprised you aren't charging.
Well, another 50 townsfolk get on boats. There's only 50 or so left now.
All right. I mean, even if they don't get on, that's pretty
We've done
good.
good.
guys.
We've
Yeah.
done good.
That's pretty good.
In the distance, you hear, as the ballistas begin to fire quicker and quicker, the villagers, as well as Hardy, are now fighting as strong as they can, taking out as many of the horsemen, slowing down their advance. You turn and see as 4 or 5 of these cloaked figures descend on the tower and begin fighting the villagers on the top. Eugene, it's your turn.
Okay, so
So turning
Oh,
that
go ahead,
last
sorry.
corner, you've made it. Turning that last corner, you've made it to the wharf. You can see the last few people getting on boats, and that ungodly machine has approached the wharf as well.
okay, so at this, I mean, do we have? I know we said there are about 50 left. Are we going to try and hold this thing off to let them get on, or are we just going to try and get out of here?
We are part of that last 50.
Okay. So, I mean, I'll go ahead and start I'll do a couple of movements up here,
Okay.
and then I'll also try to take a shot at that to see if I can potentially do anything.
Okay, go ahead.
16 to hit.
Hits.
That is 9 damage.
Okay, you deal 9 damage to the machine. You hit it in one of the side holes, which are ablaze, and you watch as it pings around in there. Obviously hits something, damaging the machine slightly.
Nice.
Bucky, it's your turn. You're within running
Bucky's
distance of the
gonna-
machine.
Bucky's gonna dash as far down as he can
Okay.
to the boats. And try to bring Alfie with him
Okay. So you try and grab Alfie. Alfie, do you let him grab you?
Do I know that he's taking me to the boats?
Yeah.
Or do I think he's taking me into battle?
That's a good question, actually. Like, you
Quickly,
just don't-
Alfie! We must go to the boats!
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alright, you all get on to the dock itself. Moving on from Bucky, it's Heloise's turn.
So around this thing, are there any sorts of like water storage buckets, things that I could shoot to send water down on this thing?
No,
Or
there's
could-
not.
Okay, could I fashion like a drinking skin to an arrow and shoot it into the flames?
With
of it.
disadvantage, because it's going to really mess up the weight of your arrow.
Okay. Can I walk and also attack, like on
Yes.
a turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will move up, because the boat's up here, right?
Yeah.
At Bucky. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that, and then I will attempt to shoot it into there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, first one's 14. So 17.
Hits.
Do I just
Add-
roll like regular damage?
With the water attached to it, add an extra d10 of damage.
13.
Okay. 13 more damage. The water splashes around on one of the exit ports, dripping into it, and you watch as steam comes out of that one. You've lowered the amount of damage it can do.
Yes!
Arby, it's your turn. Arby?
I am going to follow Eloise. When we're rounding out closer to the front of this fucking monstrosity, how big is like the opening? Can I see what size we're working with?
So it's the mouth where the fireballs come out is about 5 foot across, or from top to bottom.
Harby might do something stupid.
Oh no.
He's going to have fixed one of the jars of this shit to one of his javelins, and he wants to throw it into the machine.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
There we go. 21.
Hits.
So that's 6 damage with the base javelin.
Okay. Plus the hallucinogen goes off. Let me make some rolls for that. Alright, you begin to hear coughing coming from inside the machine.
Eugene, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. That's not me.
Oh, okay. I was worried about you. You're my good boy.
Oh, okay.
The last of the town folk get onto the boats. All that remains is you all. At this point, the coughing has turned into goblin screaming. Let's see. It's the machine. You're gonna hear as the machine just goes flying forward.
Oh.
You
I love that for us.
you hear
so much.
you hear as the fires build up inside of it again, like it's going to fire, and you hear a and a like a metal breaking as the mouth shuts on the machine, but the fire doesn't stop. The fire builds and builds and builds, but the mouth stays closed, and you hear a before you watch as the entire thing blows up in a massive explosion. Pieces of goblin fly everywhere, where as does metal. I would like everyone. Let's see. I think it's everyone. Everyone but Eugene.
Hey!
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
13.
Dirty 20.
1. Oh, wait, no, sorry. 18. It landed on
Okay.
a 1, though.
13.
How do you have a plus 17 to your dex saves?
No. It landed on 1 and a 13. It looked like it landed on 1,
Oh, okay.
but it's actually
Yeah,
18.
D&D Beyond says 13.
Okay.
It's very weird.
So we have a 13, we have an 18, a dirty 20. What else do we have?
Alfie was 13.
Okay.
I also got a 13.
Alright. So Arby makes his save.
Cool.
Bucky makes his save. Everyone, and Eugene doesn't have to save. Let's see how much damage everyone takes. Everyone else will take 19 damage.
Shoo, boy.
Alfie immediately vomits.
So I'm free. Nice.
Yep. After the explosion, from over here in this destroyed building, which you all recognize to be the brass crab, a large ogre walks out carrying a bucket of fish. Takes a bite out of one, says, what happened here? And then takes the fish and launches it at Eugene. It kind of just
Joke's on you, he loves fish.
It kind of just lands at your feet, but you're like, what the hell?
What did I do?
Viewmaster Golgog has entered the battle.
Ah, Jesus.
Never liked that guy.
Real asshole.
Back at the top of the initiative, it goes to Alfie. Alfie, you're throwing up and there's a boat left for you.
I'm getting on the boat. I have 1 hit point. I'm getting on the boat.
Alright, Alfie is now on the boat, as is Skirgles.
Yes.
Eugene.
Oh, well, let's see. Go ahead and try to make my way up here.
Eugene is on the boat. Bucky. Or should I call you Boaty? That was awful. Ignore me.
Boo!
Nope.
Yeah, I think I should cut that.
Bucky.
Bucky is gonna wait until Alfie, not Alfie, Arby and Heloise are on. So he's gonna middle finger the ogre. And then when they get past him, he's gonna run into the boat.
Alright.
And he's gonna try to give it the pushing start it needs to get away.
Okay.
I am getting in the boat.
Boat.
Because I have 8 hit points.
Arby.
Yeah, I would escort Heloise to the boat and then help Bucky get the push and make sure we're both on it.
Alright.
And then now Bucky would get on it.
Alright, everyone on the boat, you hear as Viewmaster Golgog yells her name, firstly, and then takes the entire bucket of fish and just launches it at you all. I want everyone to make me a dex save.
Do you hate me, Steven? Do you hate me?
Can I jump out
Okay.
at the bucket?
18.
Try to catch it.
I'm sorry, we all make a dex save?
Yeah, wait, what did you say, Bucky?
Can I jump out at the bucket and try to catch it?
Sure.
Okay. I rolled a nat 1, so can I tank the bucket for everyone?
I rolled an 8.
I got a 16 on my dex save.
Okay, so Bucky tries to jump out at the bucket. Arby grabs him by the shoulder, puts him back in the boat to save him, and then gets caught in the head with the bucket.
I knew Sir Sanders and Bucket would be my demise.
Arby takes 7 damage from the bucket.
Bucky's a little. Oh, I had that. Oh,
You'll
sorry.
get him next time, Buckaroo. Oh god, this is already swelling.
As you all are pushing off from somewhere in the town, you hear, "Hold the boat!" A
Do
man
not hold the boat.
runs through the haze toward the wharf. He's clad in the armor of the Ironclad Regiment, and in his hand he's holding a horned helm. Arby, you recognize this as the helm of Sir Denny. The man who's running towards you is Giev.
Hold the boat.
Do not hold the boat.
Hold the boat.
Bucky's
How-
gonna.
Do not hold the boat.
How far away is he?
He'll be there in less than 6 seconds. 1 round.
Oh fuck, that's a long time.
That's a very long time. Alfie throws up.
I'll pop a shot to try and do something.
Yeah, I will too. We gotta let him get on.
Arby's going to ready his shield and turn to Bucky and say, "Do you remember the first time we fought these fucks? You used that whip of yours. Can you do the same thing again, but reverse?"
I can give them my whip, and they hit us.
Well, not quite. You see that man, JF? We know JF. He's a friend. If you can hit him, I'll help you pull him to us.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, so Eugene and Heloise will take shots to distract the ogre. Bucky, make your attack roll.
30-20.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Alright, the ogre distracted, and Bucky, with the might of 1,000 kinders, is able to wrap
One
Giev by
Arby
the
Chadwick.
is able to wrap Giev by the leg, whip him up into the air and down into the boat.
Welcome aboard, JF.
When the
Oh.
boat rocks just a little bit, Alfie throws up more.
All Giev can
Please,
do
if you not have a sea leg, you sit with Alfie. This side for throw up.
Oh my gosh, I have a cure for the stomach ache that I found. I'm going to give it to Alfie. And I'm gonna tell him it's for his tummy. And I will say tummy.
I smack it out of her hands.
Take it, you idiot.
Fuck you. I don't need your help.
Alfie, you
I-
literally look like you're dying.
Yeah, I give him
am dying.
I give him some more.
Oh, goodness.
Alfie, just take it. Damn your pride, so take it.
I will not.
It'll make you feel better.
Do you not want to feel better? Are you some kind of fucking weird masochist? What's wrong with you?
I don't trust her.
What
She loves poisons.
do you think? I have literally saved your butt, and you think I'm gonna poison you now?
You are
I don't
literally
know what has
bleeding
changed.
out from getting hit by a fucking bucket, and whatever the fuck it was that I just made explode. You think she wants to poison someone already on death's door?
I take a big old bite out of it. See?
Now I don't want to eat it.
I will give him more. Fresh.
Eugene walks over to Alfie and is going to step on his foot, so he like yells, and then
I'll shove it in
we
his
can
mouth.
just shove it in.
I shove it down your throat like I do for pills for the dogs. Right down your throat.
Okay, well, I consumed whatever it was, I guess.
You no longer feel like throwing up. You took the
You're
medieval.
welcome.
You took the D&D equivalent of a Zofran, and you're feeling fine now.
Okay.
Arby, Giev hands you the helmet, and all he says is, he gave his life so that we could get away.
That fucking idiot. I hope he fucking haunts me.
Vogler, as you float away, begins to burn. Amid the columns of smoke rising from the village, invaders will loot what remains. While you all can look away, the villagers traveling around you cannot, watching until their home is nothing more than a red and black smear along the river's edge. You have saved the people of Vogler, and what remains of them will travel down the Vengard River toward an uncertain sanctuary in Kalaman.
Eugene's going to try and get off a cheer for the destroyed, everyone's saved, but no, the town is destroyed. So you hear hip hip, and in the background, boo, hip hip, boo.
As we're all sailing away, Arby just turns to Bucky and goes, I don't think they're taking your surrender terms.
Maybe they're not so smart. They cannot read, maybe?
Maybe they can't read. That's true. Half of us can't read. I didn't think about that.
Hmm.
Oh God! I hope Dickon wasn't in the machine. Oh no.
No, no chance. I don't see any knee pads
That's
flying in the
true.
explosion.
No knee pads. That's right. No knee pads. Well, anyway, onward and upward.
I want to go over and smack Eugene for trying to get hip hip hoorays.
Okay, go ahead.
I smack him. I don't want to do any horrible physical damage or anything. I just want to smack him.
Is it because you're only at one hit?
Okay, I have zero damage on my unarmed strike, so
Mother trucker, dude! That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick!
Arby, Bo kind of grabs your arm and he says, he's gone, isn't he?
Probably.
Do you know what was so important about this box that we had to save it?
Not for certain, but I think we should talk about that some other time.
Okay.
Bo, listen very carefully. Please do not open that box until I or my Uncle Roland tell you it's acceptable to do so.
Alfie wants to go, what's
That was
in the box?
I
What's
just
in
have
the
to-
box?
And also, don't let any of these chuckle fucks open it either.
Okay, fade it to black there. On Autumn's house.
Hey everyone, DM Steven here. We just wanted to say thank you from the entire High Anxiety crew for tuning in this week. If you like what we're doing and want to see more in the future, subscribe to the podcast, give us a follow on social media, and check out the individual projects of our members. All links will be in the show notes below.